What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Johnny K Picks. And in this video, I'll be going over my full card picks and predictions, along with the bets that I'm looking at so far for UFC 295 Prochazka versus Pereira. Now, first things first, please smash that like button for me if you love the UFC just like I do, and you haven't subscribed yet. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Both of those are for free. Click those notifications so you know when my videos come out, when we do our live shows on Thursday and Saturday nights also. And yeah, leave a comment below on your favorite fights this week, how you did last week on the last card, and what bets you have this week too as well. So this is going to be a very fun card, I believe. So also too, obviously started up my Patreon as well. Let me get to that real quick. I do all daily sports betting for every sport: NFL, NBA, MLB. I know it's not going on right now. College, English Premier League, all that good stuff. Check that out too. You also get my UFC uh, cheat sheets for each card, potential parlay pieces that I like, single bets, long shot parlay sprinkles as well too. So $5.99 a month, not too shabby here. I got about 44 members right now, so we're getting a little bit each week. So definitely become a part of that too. Also want to give a shout out to Face Meet Fist yet again. Got another cool apparel shirt right here for you. Definitely check them out. They do great stuff. They have sweaters, workout stuff, t-shirts, fighter t-shirts like Andre Petrosky, Aljamain Sterling, all that good stuff. So check them out on Instagram. It's Face Meet Fist. You can also get their website, which is facemeetfist.com. Check them out. This is what it looks like. You get all of these cool apparel stuff right here. I got a lot of these shirts. All of these are really cool. And they just came out with a whole bunch of new ones too. So I got a couple more left I'm going to show off for the later weeks, but this is a great stuff. So definitely check this out and support them as well. But yeah, this is my bet card I will go over. For my picks for UFC Sao Paulo, I went 7-2-1 with that draw. And for my bets, I had 7 bets, but I had a Petrosian in a single bet, but that fight got canceled during the fight. So ended up with only 6 bets. I won 3 of them, and I came out with 0.67 units profit. So a little bit of a win. I was looking real good into the last 2 fights. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I had the under 1.5 in the Lewis fight in a parlay to hopefully win, and that didn't end up, which was the weirdest thing in the world. And I also had Bonfim to either get a submission or a decision. But what do you know? He doesn't have the cardio to go over 1.5 rounds. So live and learn with what you know. But yeah, pretty decent night. I'll take a little slight win because it was an overall funky little wacky card. But let's go over that real quick. I'm going to do it a little differently this time. I don't know if you guys has ever seen me post these on Twitter and Instagram, but I'm just going to go down the list like this instead of going through Tapology because I know it's kind of boring. So D1 Diakese for the win. He had to use that wrestling. I guess he injured his leg, and I know it was a boring fight, but he had to do what he had to do, and he got it done. Fernandez had no takedown defense, and hey, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do to get a win, and he did. So got to give him credit for that. Mora smash. Now, Mora was a monster in this fight, way bigger than Ruiz. Ruiz should be an atom weight for sure, and Mora probably should be a flyweight. So big mismatch. Already weighed 3.5, 4.5 pounds heavier too, because she missed weight, but domination. Like she's very good on the mat with her ground and pound submissions. Still, Hill still got that dog in her. You can't bet against Hill anymore. Like she's just got that dog in her. I liked Gomes in this matchup, and she looked good in the first round. It was very competitive, but she gassed a little bit as the fight went on, and Hill does never, and she never gasses. So remember that for next time, guys. Petrino, Hulk, smash. Like I was saying, this guy was going to win this fight. He was going to catch Modestus eventually, and he did. He went out like a light, and he actually woke up when he hit the mat. So I like that stoppage. It was a very good stoppage because he was out once he was falling down. You saw his eyes rolled right back. Renat fight. I hate draws. I'm saying it right now. I hate them so much because I'm on the wrong end of both. I'm going to say it, of the last 2 draws. I think they should just give out 10-8s instead of 10-9s. I'm going to say it now. because these 10-8s are going out like candy lately. And if Renat didn't get a 10-8 in the first round, how did Zaleski get a 10-8 in the third round? That doesn't make any sense to me. But it is what it is. It's another draw. Not even going to bring up the Grasso Valentina 10-8 because that was ridiculous as well. But to me, these draws and 10-8s are getting a little out of hand. I think they need to go back to school for the 10-8s, and because it's that whole round wasn't even a dominating round for Zaleski. Yeah, he was winning it, but until the end of it, when he dropped him with the leg kick in the from the body, like that's not a 10-8, guys. I'm sorry. Brenner fight. I love shoot the box fighters. I'm gonna say it now. I mean, Oliveira is my guy. I love all of their fighters. Can't get enough of them. Every time they put on a great show. Kaio, can you please finish fights? Okay, thanks. Now, Kaio, I like Kaio a lot, and I think he needs to learn how to finish some fights. He could have got that finish in the third round, and he didn't. And I'm gonna say it now. There was a lot of high fiving during that fight. They were talking, and I think someone on Twitter said that even Kyle was whispering sweet nothings to him when he was behind him and had him on his backpack. So I think there was just too much of that going on. That happened in the Renat fight too. Like get it, sportsmanship, it's all good, but at the same time, do that after the fight, please and thank you. I still believe in D1 Mace. You know what? I'm the only person I think on Twitter from the MMA community that was at least on May's side. I didn't pick him. I didn't bet him either. But you know what? He looked good in that fight. He lost it for sure, but it was pretty competitive. So I'm still a big believer in Mays. Let's go D1 Mays. Dalby is officially a junkyard dog. I don't even know why I didn't consider him a junkyard dog. He is a junkyard dog. Let's put him in that category right now. He changed a lot for me there. That's a very good win from him. Tip of the cap to anyone who bet fight goes the distance or Almeida by decision. Tip of the cap, guys. Never thought this fight would have even sniffed round 3, and it did. But it was a very boring fight. Almeida just, did what he needed to do again, and he got the win. But does he deserve a top 5 guy after that? I would say no. Maybe work his way up a little bit more. He needs to work on that striking and show off a little bit more than that. Other than that, that's what it is, what it is. But like I said, overall wacky little card. It is what it is. So let's jump right into UFC 295. We got 12 fights here. Obviously the John Jones Stipe fight was canceled. A couple other ones down below. And let's go right to it. We got Steve Erceg versus Alessandro Costa. Erceg, 10-1, 28 years old, 5'8", 68.5-inch reach. Costa is 13-3, 27 years old, 5'4", 67-inch reach. So Erceg's a very good grappler, good submissions, good takedowns. His striking is just okay. He likes to push forward. He does have pretty good volume, but it's not the most technical of striking. He definitely wants to get this fight to the mat. That's his bread and butter. He's a very good grappler and submission artist. Costa, very solid striker with good combos and good power in his hands. Solid takedown defense, good grappling as well. If he does get taken down, he's got good defensive grappling. He's more so a striker. He's not going to engage in the grappling right off the bat. But so basically, this is going to be like a striker versus grappler matchup. And at first, I really thought I was going to be all over Erceg, but looking more into this fight, digging deeper, I like Costa here to get it done. Actually, I think he's going to be a dog. I don't know the lines, but I'm pretty sure Erceg is going to be the favorite. I think his striking is very slick, and if he can keep this fight on the mat, and like I said, Costa's takedown defense is pretty good. I think he can touch up Erceg a bit. I don't think there's going to be a finish though. If there will be a finish, it will be Erceg by submission, probably early. But if not, I think Costa will be landing the better shots and maybe even dropping Erceg once in the later rounds and then winning a decision here. So you're going to go with the dog here with Costa winning by decision because both guys are pretty durable. And going with that for the first fight of the night. Let's get a little underdog in there, a little underdog action. Next one's going to be Kang versus Castaneda. Kang is 19-9, 36 years old, 5'9", 73-inch reach. And Castaneda is 20-6, 31 years old, 5'6", with a 71-inch reach. So Kang's well-rounded, solid striking, stays at range well. He can mix in some takedowns if he wants to. He's pretty durable. Most likely he does go to decision, even though I know in his last fight he got that submission. But it was a crazy fight, and Quinones definitely brings it. And he's one of those guys where he's going to either get knocked out or get a knockout. Castaneda, he's a grinder, always pushes forward. He's got good cardio. He's durable, good wrestling, good takedowns. His striking is pretty good as well. He's not really a one punch knockout guy, but he's going to grind on you and wear you down with his cardio and durability and his pace, and maybe get a late finish or decision win. That's how he usually does it. But I also, again, I like his style. I think he gets this one done, Castaneda. So give me Castaneda to win. I just think he's always going to keep Kang moving backwards. And I don't think Kang's going to be able to get much going after the first round. So I think Castaneda will get those takedowns eventually in the second round if he doesn't get him in the first, and just grind on him in the later rounds and win by decision. I also like the for the bets. I like Castaneda third round decision prop whenever that comes out. I think Castaneda at minus 150 range, I believe he's at. I think that's a solid bet. And yeah, give me Castaneda to win. I think he gets this one done. Like his style. Next one's going to be a very fun fight where I know a lot of people are on one side and the other one, and a lot of people are on the other. So Ricci versus Godinez, 9-1 for Ricci, 28 years old, 5'1, 61-inch reach. And Lupi is 11-3, 30 years old, 5'2, 61-inch reach. So Ricci, as we know, very good grappler, very good submissions. She's got solid takedowns. Her striking is just okay, but she's very quick on her feet with her lateral movement. She can be like kind of like a one punch, get out of the way. She doesn't really do too many combos. Um, Not the most power on the feet either. She's more dangerous on the mat. Godinez, well-rounded fighter. She's worked on her striking, as we've seen later in the last few fights. Solid wrestling, good takedowns, very strong. Good takedown defense is very key in this fight, but she can be a little inconsistent. And but lately she's been consistent. And this is going to be a fun fight. And like I said, don't blame anybody for taking a shot on one of these fighters, which way. But I'm going with Loopy. I think she gets this one done. I think she's the better striker. She's got more pop in her hands. And if she keeps this fight standing, she should win this fight. Now, if this fight gets to the mat, she goes for her wrestling and her takedowns. It's going to get dicey because Ricci's very good on the mat. Even if she gets taken down, she's good on top. She's good off her back. She can scramble. She can get reversals. But I just think the advantage here for Loopy is on the feet. She needs to keep it on the feet and outstrike Ricci to a decision or maybe even get a knockout. I think Ricci needs to go for some takedowns, but I don't know if she's going to be able to get those takedowns on Loopy. Loopy's very strong. So I'm gonna go with Loopy here by decision. I don't see a finish. Both girls are very durable, and I just think Loopy gets this one done by decision. It's just me. Don't blame anybody taking Ricci with a dog. Next one's going to be Sadykhov versus Borshchev. Sadykhov is 9-1, 29 years old, 5'10, 69-inch reach. Borshchev, 7-3, 31 years old, 5'11, 69-inch reach. So Sadykhov's well-rounded. I would say he's more so he's a better striker, but he can wrestle and grapple. Solid striking with good power. He does a couple spinning things here and there with his elbows, all that good stuff. Good cardio. Um, he can be hittable at times, so that's something to think about here. Borshchev is a very good kickboxer. He's got very good shots to the body with his liver punches and shots. Terrible takedown defense, though. Very bad. But he's got a very good get-up game. He works himself to get back up. He doesn't just accept being off his back or anything like that. But this is going to be a fun fight. I'm going to stay away from a betting perspective because I actually can see that Borshchev winning this fight, but I'm going to pick Sadykhov ever so slightly to win. I think he can mix in that wrestling whenever he gets in trouble, and he's going to have to do it. Otherwise, I think Borshchev can win a decision here. But Sadykhov is pretty good. He's durable, but this is a good test for him. I want to see more before I bet. If I would bet, like I said, I think this is going to be like a dog or pass spot. But picking Sadykhov, I think he can mix in some wrestling here and make this fight a very close one and win by decision. Bets, like I said, I think I would stay away, dog or pass. Next fight's going to be Denis Buzukja versus Jamal Emmers. Buzukja's 11-3, 26 years old, 5'9, 70.5-inch reach. Emmers is 19-7, 34 years old, 5'10, with a 74-inch reach. So Buzukja, well-rounded fighter. He's got that grit. He's durable. He pushes forward. He's very tough. He's solid everywhere. I wouldn't say he's amazing anywhere, but he's got good takedowns, good wrestling. He can be hittable on the feet, though. But like I said, he's durable. He can take it. Emmers, also well-rounded too. He's going to be the more technical striker here. He's got good pop in his hands. He likes to stay at range with his striking. Also has very good wrestling too, and he's got very good takedown defense. So interesting fight. Like I said, Emmers is going to be the more technical striker here. maybe even the better wrestler, but just Bazooka's will and heart and grit is going to make this fight a lot closer than I think the line says. I'm still going to pick Emmers to win. Bazooka's a junkyard dog. And what do we say? We always pick junkyard dogs at plus money because they're going to fight for your money. But man, I think Emmers has the abilities here to negate the wrestling. And he's going to be the better striker staying at range. He's going to land the more volume. And I think he gets this one done again by decision. Bazooka is very durable. Emmers, he can slow down as the fight goes on, but we've seen Bazooka slow down a little bit too in the third round. So, yeah, give me Emmers to win. I think he's going to win by decision yet again. This is going to be a closer fight than the line says. So I would stay away from the money lines here. Maybe look at the overs. I like that a lot. And we'll see what happens here. But this, I mean, Bazooka has a chance to get this one done, though, I will say. Next fight is going to be Jared Gordon versus Mark Madsen. Gordon is 19-6, 35 years old, 5'9", 68-inch reach. And Madsen is 12-1, 39 years old, 5'8", with a 72-inch reach. So we got Gordon's well-rounded, solid striking, good volume on the feet. He's got good wrestling, good takedowns. His takedown defense, though, is a little worrisome, but lately he's been looking pretty decent. He was looking good in the Bobby Green fight until the accidental head clash. And then he probably should have beat Paddy Pimblett, looked very good too, and he looked good against Leonardo Santos. So he's doing pretty good. Mark Madsen, very good wrestler. As we know, he's an Olympic wrestler. His takedowns, though, are a little not as good as you think you are, as they should be, if you want to say. He once he does get the takedowns, he doesn't have the greatest top control either. His striking really isn't that great. And yeah, give me Gordon to win this fight. I think he gets this one done. He's been looking like the better MMA fighter as of late. And Madsen is pushing 40 years old. He just turned 39 about a month ago. And his last fight didn't look all that great against Grant Dawson. He was controlled. He was out wrestled. And I think Gordon can kind of do the same here. So better on the feet, Gordon is. I think he can get some wrestling going as well. Mark Madsen, he does slow down as the fight goes on a bit. So I like Gordon a lot here. I think he gets this one done also by decision. Madsen, he was submitted in his last fight, but Gordon really isn't the greatest finisher, let's say. So I think he should outvolume Madsen to a decision win. I like him. I think he's about a 180 minus 180 favorite. Gordon is. I think that's pretty solid. Joshua Van versus Kevin Barala. Van is 8-1, 22 years old, 5'5", 65-inch reach. And Rajas, I hope I'm saying that right, 9-1, 25 years old, 5'5", with a 68-inch reach. So honestly, I'll just be quick with this one. Both guys are kind of the same style of fighter. They both are very good strikers. They both have pretty good power. They like to push forward. I would say the difference here is Van can mix in some wrestling if he wants to. Brajas does have a little bit more volume than Van, but I think Van has the more power in his shots. And yeah, this is going to be a fun fight to watch because, like I said, they're both kind of the same type of fighter, other than the volume from Kevin. And then maybe Van is just a little bit more well-rounded with his wrestling and with the power and advantage too. But I'm going to go with Van here. I think he does get this one done. I think this will also go to decision. I know there's a lot of decisions here. Both guys are durable, and I just think some takedowns for Van will help him out a lot. If it's going to be on the feet, it's going to be close. But I just think Van has that advantage on the mat. So I would stay away from a money line here. Maybe look at the overs when they drop. That could be a good one to look at. Next one is going to be probably fight of the night because I'm really looking forward to this one. Frevola versus Benoit Saint-Denis. Frevola is 11-3-1, 33 years old, 5'9", 71-inch reach. And Benoit is 12-1, 27 years old, 5'11", 73-inch reach. So Frevola, well-rounded fighter. He's got good striking with tons of power in his hands. He can get a little loopy at times. He likes to get into brawls. And he's got a good chin, except that one time against Terrence McKinney early in that fight. He's got good wrestling and takedowns when he uses it. We haven't seen it too much as of late. And the takedown defense for him is not the greatest. Saint Denis, he's a crazy wild man. He's got good striking. He can be a little wild at times too. He can be hittable on the feet, but he's got a good chin, very good takedowns, and jujitsu on the mat with very good submissions, good cardio, very powerful kicks as we've seen in his last fight against Thiago Moises and Bonfim. And he could be hittable on the feet as well. So like I said, I think this will be fight of the night. However, it ends, or maybe it goes to judges. I don't think it does, though. And I'm gonna have to go with Benoit Saint-Denis. I think this guy is the real deal. No, nothing bad against Frevola here. I just think where Benoit Saint-Denis is gonna have the huge advantage is in the offensive wrestling and grappling department once he gets the fight to the mat. Not to say Frevola can't get takedowns, but Benoit's grappling is so much better than Frevola, I believe. But on the feet, though, anything can happen. We've seen Frevola knock out Dober. We've seen him knock out Ottoman Azatar. And we've seen him knock out Valdez. So, but Benoit's a killer, too. He's knocking out people, submitting people every time you see him, too. So don't think this one's going the distance. You can look at the unders here. But I'm going to go with Benoit Saint-Denis to get the submission maybe in the second or third round. I like him a lot to win this fight. Like I said, don't blame anybody for picking the dog here because he's a junkyard dog too. But Benoit Saint-Denis is a different breed with the ex-special forces guy. This guy does not know how to lose, so he ain't going to lose, I don't think. Next one's going to be a fun one. Pat Sabatini versus Diego Lopes. Sabatini is 18-4, 33 years old, 5'8", 70-inch reach, and Lopes is 22-6, 28 years old, 5'11", 72.5-inch reach. Sabatini is a very good grappler. He's got good top control and good takedowns. Striking is pretty good, but he's chinny on the feet, and that worries me a little bit in every one of his fights. Lopes, very good grappler as well. Amazing submissions. His striking is just okay, but he does have some power in his hands if he lets him go. And he can be a little hittable on the feet as well. But where he shines is definitely going to be his jiu-jitsu and his submissions here. But this is going to be a close fight, honestly. And I think the line is appropriate. But I'm just going to go with the more dangerous guy. And I think that's Lopes in this fight. I think he's more dangerous on the mat. Not to say Sabatini's not. And I think he's a little bit more dangerous on the feet. Not to say Sabatini's not either. But Sabatini has me worried with that chin on the feet. And I just think Lopes's grappling is just a little bit slicker, if you want to say, than Sabatini. Sabatini's very good on the ground, though. Very good control. But Lopes is very sneaky in any kind of submission. He scrambles, reversals, anything like that. He's going to be a little bit bigger than Sabatini as well. So he could be a little bit stronger, too. And on the feet, maybe Sabatini is a little bit more technical, but I think Lopes always has a shot here for a knockout. So I think Sabatini needs to have a very good fight for 15 minutes and not do anything wrong. And Lopes is always going to be live for every minute of this fight. So give me Lopes to win. I think he does get this one inside the distance. I'm not sure if it's going to be a knockout or submission. I would say submission over knockout, but I would just say Lopes inside the distance. But this should be a fun fight. Next one's going to be Jessica Andrade versus Mackenzie Dern. Andrade, 24-12. Wow. 32 years old, 5'1", 62-inch reach. Dern is 13-3, 30 years old, 5'4", and a 63-inch reach. So we all know who Mackenzie Dern is. Amazing grappler, amazing submission game. Her takedowns are still a work in progress, but they are improving a little bit in each fight. And her striking is looking very good lately. That's the one area where she's improving leaps and bounds after every fight. And she does have some good pop in her hands, too. She's durable, too, and good cardio. Andrade, we all know her as well. She's been taking a lot of these short notice fights, so her record hasn't been looking that good as of late, but she is fighting pretty good people, too. But she's a powerful striker. She can be hittable on the feet. She always pushes forward. She likes to get in those brawls and land the big shot. Her takedown defense, though, is not good. And if she does get taken down, usually it's the end of the night for her, especially as of late, because she's getting submitted. She's getting knocked out and all this stuff. But it could be because of the short notice here, but we'll see what happens here. But Andrade is going to be live. She's always live. But hear me out. Mackenzie Dern's looking very good lately. And I got to pick her to win this fight, especially with her grappling and submission game. If she ever so slightly gets the back of Andrade, it's over. If she can even wrap her arms around Andrade and get a trip going, it's over. I'm telling you, once this fight gets to the mat, it's going to be over for Dern. And I think Dern is durable enough to take a couple shots at least from Andrade, but Andrade just has not been looking good as of late. And I just can't back Andrade right here. But she will be live for a knockout. But Dern's never been finished before in her career, I don't believe. She's never been finished. So we'll see what happens here. But give me Dern to win. I'm going to say she gets a submission in the late first or early second round here. I'll be looking at that prop because I think she gets this one done. And Andrade has been submitted how many times? 4 times. Been knocked out 5 times. So 9 out of her 12 losses, she's been finished. So yeah, give me Dern here to win by inside the distance somehow. Co-main event. This is going to be a very awesome fight for however long it lasts. Pavlovich versus Aspinall. Pavlovich is 18-1, 31 years old, 6'3" with an crazy 84-inch reach. Aspinall, 13-3, 30 years old, 6'5" with a 78-inch reach. So we all know who Pavlovich is as well. Powerful striker, very good boxing, explosive. Once he smells blood in the water, he's going for it. Super powerful. He only needs to land a glancing shot, and he's going to get it, everyone's bell rang, if you want to say. He's got quick hands for a big guy too, and that's him in a nutshell. He's pretty durable too. I believe he's been rocked a couple times. I think he might have been knocked out once too. He only's been knocked out once, but as of late, this guy's been a reckless killer. Now, speaking of reckless killers, is Tom Aspinall, super well-rounded heavyweight, like maybe the most well-rounded heavyweight that on the roster as of now, but he's got very good wrestling, very good grappling and submission game. He's super quick hands, super powerful as well. But the thing about him though is sometimes when he lunges forward and goes for like a combo or anything, he can leave himself open for attacks and get rocked here. And that's what I kind of worry about him in this fight, because I don't know. He should be going for takedowns immediately if I was him, but we'll see what happens here. But very tough fight to pick. It's a pick 'em for a reason. And I could see both guys winning. But this is the reason why I'm picking Pavlovich to win. And I love Tom Aspinall. Don't get me wrong. I think he can win this fight. But the reason why I think it's so close, this is the reason why I'm picking him. He was supposed to be the backup to John Jones and Stipe, so he's been training a little bit at least. And Tom Aspinall took this fight on like a 2-week short notice, something like that. And I don't know if he's been training. So Sergey was either fighting against John Jones or Stipe, which they're both pretty well rounded. Tom Aspinall is pretty well rounded too. So kind of the same. It's not like only a striker or only a grappler Sergey was training for. He was training for an overall well-rounded fighter as Tom Aspinall. Aspinall's just, took this fight on short notice because he had this was an opportunity for him. So I don't blame him here, but that's why I'm picking Pavlovich, because he's been training. I think he can get this one done. I don't see this fight going into the later rounds. Both these guys' average UFC fight time is like under 2.5 minutes. So I would be shocked one way or another. So give me Pavlovich to win. I think he gets that knockout. He's just too crazy strong and powerful. He's got a 6-inch reach advantage. But if Aspinall comes in and he shoots a takedown and he gets it early, he's gonna get the win. But don't blame anybody from either side here, picking one way or another. But gonna go with Pavlovich ever so slightly. Main event time. Yuri versus Pereira. Yuri is 29-3-1, 31 years old, 6'3" with an 80-inch reach. And Pereira is 8-2, 36 years old, 6'4" with an 80-inch reach. So Yuri's coming off that bad shoulder injury that he had maybe like a year ago or something like that, or close to a year. He was supposed to fight, I believe it was Jamal Hill. But he's a crazy striker, lots of spinning attacks. He's very hittable on the feet, but he's very powerful as well. Durable. He's only been knocked out a couple times in his career, and they were a while ago. He does keep his hands low, which is a little worrisome in this fight. He has shown some pretty okay grappling against Glover, but that was later in the fight when they were kind of tired, if you want to say. So Glover wasn't really 100%. Pereira, very technical kickboxer with good kicks. He's got that death touch left hook, as we all seen. Good takedown defense as of late. He's been working on that. He can grapple, but I think he's going to keep this fight on the feet. And I do think this fight will stay on the feet. Would I be shocked if Yuri goes for a takedown? I would be, actually. And I don't think it would be a good idea. If he shoots for a takedown, you know he's worried or he's hurt or he doesn't think he can win the striking exchanges. So looking forward to this fight. Both guys are dangerous, but I'm going to go with the more technical striker here, and the guy who's not coming off of an injury, who's been more active. He's fought, 3 times, 4 times since Yuri has fought. So give me Pereira to win. I think he gets this one done. I'm going to say that by knockout. I just don't know if Yuri is going to be able to survive that death touch. We'll see what happens, though. This is a 5-round fight, and it could get a little sloppy as the fight goes on later. So anything can happen, but as a pick 'em, I'm going to go with Pereira, and I like that as a bet as well. And if you like Yuri, I like that as well. Don't either way, but I think Pereira's going to get that knockout eventually, maybe second or third round. But all right, guys, I know that was a little quick here. I wanted to try to get this one done under 40 minutes, but so it's about 30 minutes now. So definitely appreciate everybody for watching this video. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't. Leave a comment below on your favorite fights of the night for UFC 295, your favorite bets as well. Also, check out my Patreon. Like I said, I do all bets for every sport every day. So I know I got some NFL bets right now. There'll be some NBA bets throughout the week and also soccer too. Thursday night will be on Cody Blood Money MMA Bets live show. And also, I believe Saturday will be on his channel as well, the 2 hours before the fight. So definitely want to hit that up, hit the notifications on both of our channels so you know when all those come up. And yeah, I believe that's all I got for you. So definitely, like I said, appreciate you hanging out with me and hope everybody does well and enjoy the fights this weekend. Until next time. Happy fight night.